Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing well, and I tell you guys, it goes quick. SubhanAllah comes around fast, but it's the preview for the final match day of the Africa Cup of Nations qualification process for the 2023 edition. Funnily enough, the tournament originally was scheduled to happen in the current summer we are in now. It was delayed by 6 months to January 24. Leave a comment down below of where you think Algeria would have finished had the tournament just happened, or is it a blessing in disguise? There's another 6 months to go until the competition is taking place in January. We nearly know all the 24 participating nations. That draw is on October the 12th for the group phase, and we'll be taking a look at the potential pots later on in this video, so stick around and stay tuned for that as we preview match day 6 of CAF's biggest competition. So yeah, it's the last fixture in these groups. Some people getting bored of them, some people just want those World Cup qualifying groups to kick off. Others, of course, massive match day, because your nation that you might be watching here may well have something on the line to either qualify or not qualify. And there's some big names that have still not yet secured their place. Of course, Algeria, as we do, maximum points on the board, 15 points out of a possible 15. Has anyone else done that, or is it just us? Need to check that, but we are pretty massive, aren't we? Let's look ahead to the match day taking place between the 6th of September and the 12th of September. Every team's got a game left, apart from the teams that have played all their games. So some teams have got no games left. For example, South Africa have qualified, but they don't have a fixture in this match day. So, kicking off on the 6th of September, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone. Well, you can see on the screen, Group A is already decided. Nigeria and Guinea-Bissau have already qualified for this, so it doesn't really matter. A lot of these games, the FIFA ranking could be imperative, not just your country playing, but also how the other countries playing affect that. For example, if Algeria were to lose, for instance, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but say if Algeria lost and then Egypt won, and all the nations near us in the FIFA rankings won, then it would become a potential issue. But anyway, more on that later. So yeah, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau are already there, and Libya taking on Equatorial Guinea. Again, Libya can't qualify either. Equatorial Guinea, funnily enough, have also qualified already with Tunisia. Tunisia actually second in that group. We saw Equatorial Guinea actually beat them in the previous match day. 7th of September, it gets a little bit more interesting. Angola host Madagascar. Of course, Madagascar cannot qualify for Afcon. If you look at Group E, you'll see that Ghana are on 9, Angola are on 8, and Central African Republic are on 7. No team has qualified from that group yet. It will be 2 from 3. You expect Ghana to beat the Central African Republic in Accra, but were Angola to win and Ghana were to lose, Ghana would fail to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. I just can't see that happening. Surely not. Chris Hughton won't let that happen. You expect Ghana and Angola to win. Angola going under the radar with the team they're building. Central African Republic, very unfortunate to be in this situation. Kind of bottled it in the last game at home to Angola. The keeper got sent off. They were going to get something from it before that happened, but looks like Ghana and Angola, 2 home wins, will wrap that up. Here we go, our group. Like I said, Algeria maximum points. Tanzania and Uganda will fight it out. It's pretty much a shootout, a 1-game shootout with Tanzania and Uganda for that second spot. Algeria will host Tanzania in Annaba. Algeria have qualified regardless. Tanzania need 1 point. If they draw in Algeria, they will qualify. They need Algeria. Uganda need Algeria to win, and Uganda play Niger away. If Uganda go to Niger away, or I don't know if it's played, probably in a neutral venue, Morocco or something like that. If Uganda win and Tanzania lose, the goal difference will come into play. So they could be missing out by goal difference, both on 7 points. You expect Algeria to win and Uganda to go to Niger and win, and both be on 7 points. It will come down to how many goals will Algeria win by, how many goals will Uganda win by. It's hanging in the balance if you're Tanzanian, so keep an eye on that one. And of course, Tunisia host Botswana. Tunisia have also already qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations. Botswana can no longer do so. Likewise, for Egypt's home game against Ethiopia, you'll see in Group D, they've already qualified alongside Guinea, who go to Malawi. Again, meaningless. Again, maybe for the FIFA ranking, a couple of teams want to win, but you'd rather be at the Afcon than not be at it. And Mali hosting South Sudan, Burkina Faso hosting Eswatini. Again, strong sides, home to sides that can no longer qualify. It's a formality. Mozambique, Benin, that's from Group L. Of course, Senegal have won a Group L already, and they host Rwanda. Rwanda can't qualify Bit of controversy. Now, of course, Benin, managed by Gernot Rohr, who took Nigeria to the semis in 2019, Benin got given a 3-0 win despite drawing the game with Rwanda, which has given Benin an opportunity. They drew the game. Rwanda used a player that should have been suspended with too many yellow cards, so Benin got 3 points without even winning. If they go to Mozambique and win, Benin will qualify. Mozambique need just a point. I expect Mozambique to still get that job done and join up with Senegal in that group stage. Ivory Coast, the host, of course, would qualify if they lost all 6 games. That's true. If Ivory Coast had 0 points in this process, they would still qualify for the bloody competition. They host Lesotho. I'm sure the Ivorians will win that. This is probably the spiciest group of the whole campaign. Group I, it's just unbelievable. You see there, you've got DR Congo on 9, and you've got Mauritania and Gabon on 7, is it? And Sudan on 6. I mean, this is quite extraordinary. All 4 teams could make it. All 4 teams could not make it. Ivory Coast, of course, the host nation for this competition. Who will be going there? Well, Mauritania, Gabon, for me, is the blockbuster fixture. That is going to be winner takes all. They're on the same points, but going to be tough for Sudan. They're probably going to need to win in Kinshasa and DR Congo. DR Congo have done so well to turn this group around. They had no points from the first 2 games. I always back them to get the job done. Far too good a team to come last, let alone, not qualify. 9 points, 3 of the last 4 wins. DR Congo beat Sudan at home. They will win this group. Mauritania, Gabon is tough to call. Aubameyang's back. He might be the man if he's firing on all cylinders for Marseille now. Looking like Gabon and DR Congo just sneak it through. Harsh on Mauritania, harsh on Sudan. Comoros hosting Zambia, of course. Like I said, that's an Ivory Coast group where it's very dodgy because only one team can make it. Zambia above Ivory Coast at this moment in time under Avram Grant. They qualified already. Morocco again also already qualified. They host Liberia, and I think they've got a friendly against Burkina Faso, is it as well? Morocco have got. We spoke about Senegal hosting Rwanda. Nigeria are going to be hoping to top the 10-0 win they got the last time they played Sao Tome and Principe. They've already qualified. Togo can't qualify as they host Cape Verde. And Gambia take on Congo in an interesting game because Gambia on 9, Congo on 6. Gambia need just a point, just a draw there. Done well to turn it around. Made the quarterfinals, didn't they, the last Afcon? So Gambia looking for back-to-back appearances for the first time in their history. And then on the 12th of September, you might need to get the calculators out because Cameroon are hosting Burundi. You'll see Group C is a 3-team group because Kenya were disqualified. Namibia are on 5, Cameroon are on 4, Burundi are on 4. If this game is a draw, right, all 3 teams will end up on 5 points, which is complicated because that means the goal difference will also all be the same if this game is a draw. So it'll come down to the goals scored. Now, depending on the scores in this draw, if this is a 0-0, Cameroon will be eliminated if they draw this game 0-0. So Cameroon effectively have to beat Burundi after all the drama of the last Afcon qualification and Samuel Eto'o is getting investigated domestically again for corruption. Cameroon have got to win the game or they're in big trouble not qualifying. You expect Cameroon to win and qualify alongside Namibia, but this is African football, anything can happen. So once that all wraps up, and I'm sure there'll be a couple of twists and turns we don't expect along the way, the final day is always full of drama. Take a look at this. This is roughly, if you use the current FIFA rankings, which will change one more time, they'll change at the end of September, ahead of the draw in October. 4 pots, of course, with 6 teams, 6 groups. This is how the seeding would happen based on my projections of who's going to win these qualifiers using the current FIFA ranking. So this is a rough idea. It's not exact. It's a rough idea. Pot 1, you expect to stay like that. You expect to stay like that. Ivory Coast are going to be there as hosts. They wouldn't actually be in there if they weren't the hosts, so that's why they're in there. 4 of the 6, the big 6, the big 4 from North Africa are in the top 6, you'll see. So we're not going to get, barring a huge swing between pot 1 and pot 2, I don't think you're going to see any North Africans take on each other in the group phase. Pot 2 can go one or two ways. You're going to get a Nigeria, a Cameroon if they make it, or you could be blessed with respect with a South Africa, with a Burkina Faso, which in respect to Nigeria and Cameroon, you'd rather play one of those sides. Pot 3 again, this is where the luck comes in. You could get a DR Congo, not an easy game. You wouldn't mind a Cape Verde, would you? You wouldn't mind a Uganda if they make it. And then pot 4, you don't want Angola. Everything else, obviously, Equatorial Guinea beat us in the last Afcon, ended the 35-game unbeaten run. I'm pretty sure you don't want Angola, otherwise you're looking good. So at this moment in time, Algeria could get Nigeria, DRC and Angola, which would be very difficult, but at the same time could get South Africa, Uganda, Mozambique, a nice blessed group like the World Cup qualification campaign. So keep an eye on how those pots are looking, because we're going to start to form them as the next few weeks go by, leading up to that draw in October. Remember, Algeria, as well as that qualifier, are playing Senegal away as well, which have a bit of an impact on the FIFA ranking. There's a few, isn't there? I can't remember who Egypt are playing. Someone's playing... Oh, Egypt are playing Tunisia, aren't they? Morocco are playing Burkina Faso. A few games here and there. But that's how it looks. So let me know what you think of Algeria's chances with the pot structure. Ironically, when we won it, we were in pot 2. Last time when we went out in the group phase, I think we were in pot 1. So that is how Matchday 6 is shaping up. Let me know what games you're looking forward to. Of course, we'll be covering the Algeria-Tanzania game on here, as well as the Senegal friendly, and looking back at all the fixtures in the 24 teams signed, sealed and delivered with their tickets on the plane to Abidjan after the qualifiers have finally finished. We got there in the end. It was a bit of a dull start when we just hadn't qualified for Qatar, and then the game started, but we're there. We're getting there. One game to go. You can see roughly how it's going to pan out. This may well be the teams that qualify. This is how I predict it. Maybe Uganda and Tanzania will swap. You don't know what's going to happen with the Cameroon-Ghana games. They've got to secure their places. That will massively influence these pots, by the way, if a Cameroon or a Ghana didn't make it. But pot 1 looks pretty strong, doesn't it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.